Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'll be showing you how I made this beautiful kimono bodycon dress. So to make this dress, you'll be needing the bust circumference, the waist circumference, the hip circumference, the half length, that's the shoulder to waist measurement, and the waist to knee measurement. I'll be dividing this tutorial into two sections. The first section I'll be drafting the upper bodies of the dress. So to do that, I've marked the starting point of my measurements. So I'm drafting quarter of the bodies. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm assuming that this place is on fold. What I'm going to do now is to mark the neck width. The neck width of this dress is 3. I'll mark that here. And then for the neck depth, I'll be using 5. So I'll just go ahead and cross that out. Remember, I said I'm assuming that this place is on fold. So I'm just going to go ahead and find the midpoint of the neck depth, that's 2.5, and then find the midpoint of the neck width, which is 1.5. I'm just going to make a curve. Anything that you're going to do, just draw a curve to form the neck line. Okay, so from this point I'm going to be marking the half length. That's the shoulder to waist measurement. The shoulder to waist measurement is 17.5, so I'll just go ahead and mark that here. So from the neck, I'll be marking the sleeve. The shoulder from the neck, the beginning of the neckline, I'll be marking the sleeve. The sleeve for this dress is going to be, the sleeve length is going to be 20. I'll go ahead and mark that here. I'll just go ahead and connect that. Remember, it's a kimono sleeve. And from that point, I will go ahead and mark the sleeve width. The sleeve width for this dress is going to be 14. Then on the waistline, this is where I mark the waistline. I will just mark the quarter measurement of the waist. The waist circumference of this person is 76 centimeters. Divide by 4. That's 19 centimeters. But guys, I'll be adding extra 2 inches to accommodate the extra gather on the waistline. So that's, I'll be marking 9.5 here. So what I'm going to do now is to draw a straight line from the sleeve to where the waist is. Go ahead and connect those points together like this. So this is where the waistline is, and this is where the sleeve. Also go ahead and connect where the sleeve measurement together. So I will just make a curve, a sharp curve here to connect these 2 points together. You can use your French curve. I don't know where mine is. I'm going to use this curve. So that's it for the upper body. This is just a quarter of your upper bodies. Another thing I'm going to be drafting is the band for the upper bodies. But before that, just go ahead and add half-inch seam allowance all over the pattern. I'll be adding half-inch seam allowance on the shoulder only because it's a bodycon dress, so I'm going to be using a stretchy fabric for it. So I don't want to add so much allowance that the dress will become loose. So that's it for the upper bodies, guys. Just go ahead and cut that out. Remember, I'll be cutting here on fold. This is the center front of the dress. So this is what we have for the upper bodies. I hope it's very clear and easy. So what next I'll be drafting is the band for the sleeve. I'm making the sleeve band to be 10 inches. And the sleeve band to be 10 inches. So I'll just go ahead and mark that here. Let's assume this is already aligned. So I'll just measure the sleeve, the length of the band. I want the length of the band to be 3 inches because I'll be cutting it on fold. Go ahead and do the same thing here. So for the sleeve width, for the band width, it should be 10 inches. So let's go ahead and mark that here. You don't need the allowance because it will be working with stretchy fabric, so you don't need to add allowance so that it will not be too loose. So just go ahead and cut it out. So that's it for the sleeve band, guys. I will just use this to fold the sleeve. I hope it makes sense to you people. So the next stage is to cut the skirt, the down part of the garments. So guys, we'll be cutting the down part of the skirt of the dress. So for the down part, you'll be needing the waist measurement, the waist circumference, the hip circumference, and the waist to mil measurement. So I'm assuming this is the starting point of the dress. So what I'll be like the upper part of the drafting quarter of the measure skirt. So the quarter of that, to do that, I'll just get the waist circumference. The waist circumference is 76 divided by 4. So 76 divided by 4, that will give us 19 centimeters. So I'll mark that here. Remember, I assume I'm cutting this. I'm cutting just a quarter of the skirt. So the next thing, I'll find the distance between the waist and the hip. That is 9 for this person. So on that hip line, I'll be measuring the quarter of the hip. Quarter of the hip is 25 centimeters. So go ahead and mark that here. And then I'll also be measuring the distance between the waist and the mean length. And for this person is 27.5. I'll go ahead and mark that here. So because it's a bodycon dress, I'll be removing 1.5 inches from the hip measurement. So that is 25 centimeters. That 25 centimeters, we convert it to inches, that's 9.5. So I'll just remove 1.5 inches here. So I'll mark that 1.5 inches there. So I'm going to do just the plot to connect those points together to form the skirts. This is totally up to you. It depends on how fitted you want the dress to be. As for me, I want it to be very fitted. That's why I'm removing 1.5 inches. So this is the hip line. This is the waistline. And this is the knee. So like I said before, I'm only plotting quarter of this. So I'm going to be cutting this on fold, both for the front and the back. And I'm not adding allowance because it's a fitted dress. I want it to be as bodycon as possible, so I'm not adding allowance. So that's it for the upper. That's it for the pattern, guys. I will assume that this is the hemline for the. This is the hemming allowance for the skirt. Just go ahead and cut that out. So this is what we have at the end of the day. We have this for the upper part of the garment. This is the upper part of the garment with the kimono sleeve quarter, remember? And this is the band for the sleeve. This is the down part of the garment, bodycon quarter. So we're cutting on fold. times 2. We're also cutting unfold times 2. I don't know if you guys want to see how I sewed this together, just leave a comment for me in the comment section. But other than that, you can just find a good stretchy fabric on your own, cut this out and sew. This place is going to be on gather. You have to gather this extra 3 inches we added here to match with the neck, with the waistline. You can either gather it independently or you use an elastic band. Or use an elastic band like this to gather it. So I'm sure you get the logic. I hope you guys find this tutorial easy to replicate. Thank you for always coming back. See you guys in my next video. Bye. Remember to subscribe. Subscribe. More amazing videos are coming up. Thank you. Bye.